Hi, welcome to Pick a Card Monday. And today we have a message from the gods. So tune in to if you're after one, two, or three. And I know I still can't work out how to put that photo up, and it's not attaching a mic and things. So we'll just have to bear with it. So, anyway, the first choice is the goddess Lakshmi. And then we have this beautiful Buddha. Just seeing which one you're drawn to today. And then we have the beautiful Ganesh or Ganesha. So just seeing if you're drawn to one, two, or three. So just taking a moment just to gently close your eyes, even if it's the number that you would like to focus on. And then I will be pulling the card and sharing with each and every one of you. And remember, we have our 50% off for our courses. If you are seeing this in December 2024, and 20% off personal readings. So I do encourage to book readings before they book out, before our Christmas holiday break. Anyway, let us tune into card number one, which we have the beautiful Lakshmi with. So she's the beautiful goddess to do with luck, abundance, prosperity. Traditionally, you'll see her with that beautiful golden pot pouring the coins. So she's a really beautiful goddess. She's a great one to also meditate with if you're working on abundance and bringing in more prosperity. You can work with her with feng shui and putting her in the abundance corner of your home, which is the back left corner. So the message that we have connected with her is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is even if you're making small financial investments or small financial movements forward. And we can see all of these beautiful crystals here, as well as the coin. So anyway, this is just doing an acknowledgement or working little bit by bit. So you can even work with her. You can even make like a little part of the house. I have on my dining table near the abundance corner, we've actually got some beautiful crystals and a little bowl and some my abundance potion that we have around her and the crystals. So this is just to do maybe even like a little dedication or a little offering, perhaps, just to bring her energy in to help bless the house with abundance. So let us look into the message. If you have been drawn to Lakshmi, and you can ask her to help bring abundance. And it's interesting, I did a shuffle and my eyes got drawn to this, the 10 of disc. So definitely for you guys, for cards number one, I usually pick with my eyes closed. Something just got me into that action already. So we'll pick the following cards with eyes closed. Okay, so we're definitely working with abundance and finance with you guys. And it's interesting, I'm feeling like a piercing kind of feeling within the chest or a little bit of sharp pain. So you might be having abundance and finance give you a little bit of perhaps like tightness in chest or a little bit of anxiety and things at the moment. So this could also be, I guess, the emotional stress and attention. So definitely regulating your nervous system, doing breath work, meditation is also good to start to alleviate some of that. Of course, always seeing a doctor if this is something that you're concerned with. So the cards that we have the 4 of disc, we have the 2 of disc, the Prince of Cups, and the Ace of Discs. So we're definitely dealing with finance if you're looking into Lakshmi. So this might be about generating more finance. I do feel with the Knight of Pentacles, it's really looking at like what you're investing, what you're sort of putting in as well. And this would also be looking into, even if it's just starting small, it does lead to like a greater wealth in the end. This could also be, and this is not financial advice, but it could also be looking at different kind of foundations to invest in with change. So it could also indicate having a look into different, whether it's gold, silver back side of things or looking into crypto. This is about you guys doing your own research, following your intuition with this Prince of Cups shaman message. We also have the Ace of Disc. So this does look like that there's perhaps a new beginning. With the Ace of Disc as well, this is definitely paying attention to where spirit is directing you or where you're getting insight or new information coming in or where you're seeing like the same thing sort of, I guess, a bit synchronistically or repetitively. Let's see if there is another message from the Star Tarot for you guys connected to do with Lakshmi. We have the Hermit, the 9 of Cups, the Tower card, and we also have King of Pentacles. So it does look like for you guys following your intuition, And this is the Hermit. So sometimes he's reluctant to make moves. He very much follows like his inner drive, his inner direction. His Virgo energy. So he's quite well researched, quite knowledgeable. And then Nine of Cups. This is feeling connected with Source. It's also a sign of hope. I always see this as a Pleiadian energy card. It's Cancer and Jupiter energy. So definitely be thinking about like growth, expansion, following your it's Jupiter and Pisces energy. So definitely following like your growth, going with the flow. We also have the Tower card. So it does look like they're talking about money, finance, potential new ways of money going, but also perhaps collapse of older things and collapse and crumble of different systems and things. So King of Pentacles. So you want to look at where some of the kings and some of the, I guess, the wealthy are also putting their bets for the future would be one way of describing it. So hopefully this helps. It doesn't hurt to work with, gods and goddesses that are directing to do with finance or giving you like little inspiration or inspiring you. And we always work with beings that love us unconditionally. That is the main thing to remember with that. So let me just pop these away. And also we're in a Mercury retrograde, if you are watching it at the time of filming up until the 15th of January. So just being careful with signing contracts, agreements. Remember, words can be a little bit hard to get out and jumble. I'm definitely feeling that at the moment, as well as having had computer issues. But let us look in. I'm just pop these cards away. And we can pop this Knight of Discs back in, seeing we're not using that anymore. And this second one is the Buddha. So he's on the path of enlightenment. He also gave up, if we look to the stories of Siddhartha and him giving up his wealth and position in the royal family, he also was one on seeking the path of enlightenment and definitely seeking that kind of centered, balanced inward nature. So the card that we have and the message with him is Two of Cups. So with Two of Cups, this is a beautiful card to do with balance, partnership, coming together, connections, sometimes contracts and agreements, relationship energy, not always having to be romantic. We see here that it's balanced with the moon. And it always, for me, is a kind of combination of the intuition and the mind when I look at it in my favorite deck of cards. So let us get some messages from this beautiful Buddha energy and the Two of Cups and see what else Buddha wants to bring in for you guys for this week. It does look like that the focus is on connection, whether this is just connection to self and connection to others. It does seem to be connection with possibly relationship energy for some of you. And we have, they're flipping them over as we go too. Not even consciously doing that. So the first thing we see is Queen of Cups, as above, so below. What is it that your presence, your state is reflecting into the wider world around you? We do have a little bit of letting go of some of the chaos, really paying attention to your thoughts, creating your reality at the moment. And we have this energy that's trying to be birthed or trying to be released. We then have the Six of Swords, which is journey, travel energy. It also is the card of science. And with this, for me, this is always about the invisible realms and reality. So it's also about things that we're seeing that are just starting to come in. It is Mercury and Aquarius energy. So you might be getting preemptive energy around things that are going to be coming in, that are going to be manifesting in your life, of people or a feeling of places and connection that's also going to come in. We have the Princess of Disc with this as well. Now, with her, she's quite stubborn in a good way. She attracts what it is that she believes. So we see with her the little wand as well, that is the bonus. This is connected in sacred geometry to really putting our intention out there and it magnetically being drawn to us. She really is someone that can manifest or attract to her what she wants. The rules that apply to everyone else don't apply to her. So have a look at this in connection to your relationship energy, into pulling things in from the unseen. Let us get some clarifiers from the Star Tarot and see what other message wants to come through with this beautiful Buddha energy. Okay, so we have a King of Wands, the World card, King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. This is some high level energy that we have for you guys. So with this, I definitely would start to spiritually pursue a practice. You are also noticing, perhaps at the moment, closing off from an old cycle before stepping into a new one. So, King of Cups and Queen of Wands, I would say this is starting to emotionally like embody or even say how it is that you're feeling or what it is that you want to attract. And I definitely would be working and meditating with this. You have the king and the queen. So it does seem like there is a match there for a lot of you, if this is a romantic question or feeling that you had on your hearts. But yeah, Queen of Wands, this is definitely stepping forward, being more fearless. This is about full embodiment of who you are as a beautiful soul and the embodiment of your light. I feel like this is not having to tone yourself down anymore. And basing it on the other cards too, I really feel that you've outgrown certain places, people, situations, things that were perhaps even draining you guys. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense. Drop a beautiful emoji and just let me know if you picked 1, 2, or 3 into the chat below. So let's shuffle these back in. And remembering, if you want a one-on-one personal reading, we do in the month of December have 20% off personal readings using the holidays code word for the discount. And we also have 50% off courses at the moment, as well as other beautiful things like Elena's gorgeous candles. Let me just shuffle these. Oh, grabbing another deck behind. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, let me just shuffle these ones a little bit better. Okay, and the third and final one that we're working with is Lord Ganesh or Ganesha, this beautiful elephant one. You can see here some of the metal's actually been rusting because I've had him sitting with a little bit of black salt, which has sulfur in it. That's a very highly protective. It's also known as witch's salt. But anyway, working with Ganesh or Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. So he helps to clear the path so that things that we're wanting to work with or intentions and things that we're wanting to focus. There's a lot of people getting distracted at the moment with this Mercury retrograde energy and so much on leading up to end of year and to Christmas. He's a really great one if you were feeling drawn to number 3, to Ganesha. So the card that we have with him is Princess of Cups. So with her, I always see her sort of like having her head in the clouds or having her head in another higher spiritual dimension. In my favorite version, she has the swan, but she's got the wisdom of her heart. So for a lot of you right now, you might be feeling a little bit torn mentally. This would be to also check in with your heart. So perhaps letting your heart choose for you. And I've had this come up in the last couple of weeks where in the readings, there's really like a more stronger boundary on saying yes to only things that your heart's really feeling fully into. It's a little bit at the moment, there's an energy of you standing in your strength around it. Okay, it's okay to say no. So let us just get some tarot to go with this as well and see what's coming out. Okay, and I'm going to fill into these before I flip them over. We've got 4 cards. Yeah, I feel like this is hold the ground. I keep sort of feeling like it's almost like a weathering of the storm type energy and just like holding and grounding. And I feel like it's like letting anything fall away that's not meant for you or it's not matching your vibration or your frequency. I feel like things are being vibrated out of your life. The way that they're sort of showing me is, say you've got a plate and you've got salt sitting on the plate. And when you put a certain amount of frequency to it, it'll vibrate and go into a pattern. Some of those pieces that are not in resonance might vibrate off of the plate. And I just saw 1414 opening my eyes. So the cards that we have are Prince of Disc and the High Priestess. So with this Prince of Disc, it was interesting because we had the Princess, I think, of Disc for the last one. But with him, we see here all of these like little orbs or all of these things. And it was interesting because we're just talking about like salt and having things sitting on a disc. And here we have a Prince of Disc that has almost the thing that looks like salt or like little pebbles on this. So I do feel right now they're talking about certain things coming with you to the next manifestation stage or your growth. So I do feel that there's going to be obstacles and things like that, or hindrances that are going to be cleared. And we have the High Priestess. So with this priestess, we also know she's really about, see how she's frequency wise just attuned into the higher, and things just come in. So this is a matter of like her belief system, and she's really like not being distracted. She's not focused. Her eyes are just on that prize. She's just fully energetically in vibrational alignment and connected. This is definitely about eliminating worry and thinking outside of the box. So keep your frequency strong, keep your boundaries even stronger, I would say, and definitely keep looking for not just things manifesting in terms of it having to happen a certain way. This is about thinking outside of the matrix. This is about also being receptive and open to new ideas that are coming in. So if you are having like different things jump in, maybe take action on it if it's feeling in alignment. With Ganesh, I've also had some times where he will show up in meditation, just kind of like winking an eye. So that is another way sometimes when he's working with you, he may show up in that context. And it will also be to kind of like spotlight things that you need to, I guess, cleanse or purify. There's a lot of people doing purge at the moment. I know, I think it was Elena and I both also doing clean outs, or Sophie. Sophie was doing clean outs as well. Oh, and how's this? We've also got the Hanged Man again to clarify. So it does look like 8 of disc. So 8 of disc in reverse. So before we move forward, before we have movement, we actually need to purge and clear out what's not coming with us, because there's some old baggage that's not meant to come on this next little part of the journey. 3 of Swords. With this is Saturn and Libra energy. So it might be that you're trying to control the situation or trying to take everything with you, but you need to have bigger insight. There's new people that are going to come in. And I would say this is also into the next 6 months, because I'm just getting shown 6 by Spirit, and we have the Full card. So it does look like there's a new beginning. So you don't want to take everything in your suitcase or carry everything with you, almost like you'd be packaging it to carry on an elephant with you. So just having a look at what Spirit is actually trying to remove, what is not best for you, what is no longer in resonance. I feel like we need maybe 2 more cards. Let me see. This part of the deck, yeah, 10 of Swords. You guys have made a lot of sacrifice. Is it being reciprocated? Prince of Wands. This is new beginning Phoenix energy and Leo leadership energy. So it's time for you guys to really start thinking about how you've maybe been sabotaged, or how perhaps you've had not so nice things happen to you, or you've had to like a lot of crosses to bear, or a lot of swords to bear. We can see this beautiful heart. This is about nourishing and nurturing yourself. It is also known as a card of ruin. And it can also be more of like a Gemini sort of energy too. So this is not time to be like, to and fro or thinking in 2 different ways. This is the time to start to actually get super clear and think about it from the birth point of like Phoenix energy with Prince of Wands as well. What is it if I was going to resurrect my life, or I was going to sort of rise from the ashes? What is it I consciously would choose to take with me? Because a lot of this stuff, do you really want to carry this around anymore? 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords energy. Feeling stuck with 8 of disc in reverse as well. And, that's a Virgo energy as well. So it can also represent that over analytical nature that we can sometimes get, or feeling like everything has to fit or make sense. I'm just popping these cards back. So let me know if number 1, 2, or 3 resonated with you guys. I hope that you're having a smooth Mercury retrograde, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.